We went to look for tickets and there was a big line, so I thought, are we in the right line? Let's go to the info center.
Filipino fans sold out the DC Open for Alex Eala, and the WTA never saw it coming. Filipino fans just sold out the DC Open for Alex Eala. Not Elena Rybakina, not Naomi Osaka, not Venus Williams. A 20-year-old Filipina who wasn't even featured as a main face of the tournament's marketing campaign became the reason the final tickets disappeared. And that's the headline nobody inside the WTA wanted to read. By the time the Mubadala City DC Open officially confirmed Alex Eala's entry, nearly 97% of tickets were already gone. Then something remarkable happened. The remaining seats vanished almost overnight. Filipino community group chats exploded. Facebook pages organized ticket buys. Resale sites refreshed every few seconds. Fans stayed awake until 2 a.m., hoping to grab a single seat. This wasn't normal demand. This was a movement. If you've been following Alex Eala's incredible rise from the practice courts of Melbourne to becoming one of tennis' biggest attractions, subscribe now because this channel covers every match, every schedule change, every ticket story, and every milestone on her journey. But to understand why Washington sold out, we need to rewind 5 days before the DC Open story exploded. July 6, 2026. Wimbledon. Alex Eala walked off center court after a hard-fought 3-set loss to Jasmine Paolini. The scoreboard showed defeat. The tennis world saw something completely different. Just 48 hours earlier, Eala had stunned defending champion Iga Swiatek in one of the biggest upsets Wimbledon had seen in years. She may have lost to Paolini, but she walked away as one of the biggest stars of the tournament. The original plan was simple. Take 3 weeks off, recover, return in Washington. Instead, Washington became the biggest story. When the DC Open first released a promotional poster, Elena Rybakina led the marketing. Then came Marta Kostyuk, Naomi Osaka, Venus Williams. Alex Eala's name appeared almost as an afterthought, listed simply as a rising Filipina star. 9 days later, tournament chairman Mark Ine went on top radio and admitted what nobody expected. Ticket availability? Very scarce. Nearly 97% sold. The remaining seats disappeared through Filipino community networks faster than the tournament could even update its own promotional graphics. And that's when the pattern became impossible to ignore. Because Washington wasn't the first time. It was simply the loudest example. Remember January. Australian Open. Round 1. Alex Eala versus Alicia Parks. The match was assigned to Tiny Court 6. Reddit users described the line as insane. Yahoo Sports called it a scheduling blunder. Front Office Sports reported fans couldn't even get inside because capacity had already been reached. The tournament underestimated her. The fans paid the price. Then came Indian Wells. Something extraordinary happened there too. Front Office Sports reported that crowds watching Alex Eala practice were comparable to those following Carlos Alcaraz, Jannik Sinner, and Venus Williams. Think about that. The world number 31 was attracting bigger practice crowds than multiple top 10 players competing nearby. That's no longer hype. That's star power. Even tournament executives noticed. BNP Paribas Open executive Philippe Dors said it perfectly. We love every minute of it. We benefit from it. We promote it. Just 12 words. Yet those 12 words expose the difference between tournaments that understand Alex Eala and those still trying to catch up. Then Wimbledon changed everything. July 4th. Court 1. Alex Eala defeated defending champion Iga Swiatek in one of the biggest victories of her career. Suddenly, the player hidden away on Court 6 just months earlier had become one of the biggest attractions in world tennis. Filipino fans already knew. Now the entire sport knew too. Everyone who had believed in her from the beginning finally had proof. The rankings were simply catching up to reality. That brings us back to Washington. Chairman Mark Ine publicly admitted tickets were almost gone. Filipino communities across America organized group purchases. Resale prices climbed. The DC Open wasn't preparing for a normal WTA 500 anymore. It was preparing for what looked like a home tournament for the Philippines. And perhaps the most important endorsement came months earlier from someone who understands greatness better than anyone. Novak Djokovic. 24 Grand Slam titles. The most accomplished player in tennis history. Speaking about Alex Eala's growing crowds, Djokovic smiled and called it. A good problem to have. Read that sentence again. One of the greatest players ever wasn't surprised. He recognized exactly what was happening. The WTA simply failed to listen. Washington isn't the end of the story. It's only the beginning. Next comes Toronto, then Cincinnati, then the US Open. 3 tournaments. 3 opportunities for organizers to finally get it right. Or repeat the same mistake that began on Court 6 in Melbourne. Because the numbers behind Alex Eala's rise aren't disappearing. The Philippines is a nation of over 115 million people discovering tennis through one player. Millions more Filipinos live across California, Nevada, Virginia, Ontario, Dubai, and beyond. It's a global audience the WTA has never truly tapped before. Filipino sports journalist TJ Manitok explained it best. He compared Alex Eala's impact to Manny Pacquiao. When Pacquiao fought, roads emptied, families gathered, an entire nation stopped. That's the level of excitement Alex Eala is beginning to create. And Washington's ticket frenzy may only be the beginning. Of course, none of this success comes without sacrifice. After Wimbledon, Eala admitted she had been wearing preventive tape on her left forearm. It's more preventive than anything, she explained. It's been a long season. Despite the physical toll, she left fans with one unforgettable message. If I approach every situation with bravery, a steady mind, and intensity, I'll never have regrets. That sentence may define her entire career. Because while tournaments might regret underestimating her, Alex Eala never will. Court 6, packed practice courts, the Swiatek upset, Washington selling out, Djokovic recognizing what the sport couldn't. Every chapter points toward the same conclusion. The WTA didn't sell out the DC Open. Filipino fans did. 1 ticket, 1 family, 1 Facebook group, 1 sold-out section at a time. And every tournament that underestimated Alex Eala is now paying the price for ignoring one of tennis' fastest-growing fan bases. So here's today's question. When the US Open draw is announced, will Alex Eala finally receive a primetime Arthur Stadium night match? Or will tournament organizers make the same mistake all over again? Leave your prediction in the comments. If you believe in Alex Eala before the world caught on, if you saw the movement before the headlines, subscribe now, because the next time a tournament underestimates Alex Eala, we'll already have the story before the press release is even written. As the hard court season begins, every tournament director is watching the same question unfold. Has the sport finally caught up to Alex Eala's popularity, or is it still underestimating what follows her wherever she plays? The DC Open may have provided the clearest answer yet. This wasn't simply about one player entering a tournament. It was about thousands of fans proving that Alex Eala is no longer just an exciting young prospect. She has become a genuine attraction capable of driving ticket demand, media attention, and worldwide conversation. From the overcrowded Court 6 of the Australian Open to practice sessions at Indian Wells drawing crowds comparable to the biggest stars in tennis, to a historic Wimbledon run that captured global headlines, every stop on Eala's journey has told the same story. The signs have been there for months. Washington simply became the moment when they were impossible to ignore. The Filipino community didn't wait for rankings or promotional posters to tell them who mattered. They showed it with their wallets, their support, and their determination to be inside the stadium. Now the spotlight shifts to Toronto, Cincinnati, and ultimately the US Open. Tournament organizers have an opportunity to learn from what happened in Washington. Give fans the courts they deserve. Schedule the matches where the demand exists. Recognize that Alex Eala isn't just another name in the draw. She's one of the fastest growing attractions in women's tennis. If history repeats itself, underestimating her fan base will only create longer lines, higher resale prices, and more frustrated spectators who simply want a chance to watch one of the sport's brightest young stars. Alex Eala herself has remained remarkably grounded throughout the whirlwind. After Wimbledon, she spoke not about headlines or expectations, but about courage, learning, and playing without regret. That mindset is perhaps the biggest reason so many people connect with her. Every victory has been earned through hard work, and every setback has been met with humility and determination. Those qualities have turned casual viewers into loyal supporters and inspired millions of Filipinos around the world to follow every point she plays. Whether the WTA fully embraces this momentum remains to be seen. But one thing is becoming increasingly difficult to deny. Alex Eala's influence now extends far beyond the tennis court. She represents hope for a new generation of athletes, pride for the Filipino community worldwide, and a fresh wave of excitement for women's tennis. The sold-out DC Open wasn't just another tournament milestone. It was a statement that the audience has already made its decision. Now it's your turn to join the conversation. Do you think the US Open will finally give Alex Eala a primetime Arthur Ashe Stadium night match, or will tournament organizers underestimate her popularity once again? Share your prediction in the comment below. We'd love to hear what you think. And if you enjoy in-depth coverage of Alex Eala's journey, the biggest stories in women's tennis, and exclusive updates throughout the season, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications. You won't want to miss what's coming next. Because if this incredible rise has taught us anything, it's that the next historic moment may be just one match away.